Oh, good morning, everybody. I've been a full run this morning. Hope you all had a great Christmas, holidays, and you had fun, and you didn't eat too bad. I didn't. I didn't need to. Some people feel like they need to eat real bad for some reason or another, and it's all up in how you train yourself, you know. Some things are only hard if you let them be hard. And it's all in how you train yourself, how you see something. You can change your perspective in any given moment that you want. You know, you can let go, quit holding on to things, quit holding on to opinions, attitudes, all of that, and just let it all go. You got to anyway, you know, going down to the spiritual side of life, you have to just let things go. And in today's world, in today's time, spiritually, all you can do is just be in the moment, enjoy that moment, and protect yourselves as much as you can. And I think that's most important. And I think this channel is about protecting yourself physically, emotionally, and mentally. And you guys are kicking butt. So big holler out to every one of you, JG, Steve, all of you guys, everyone out there, Bo, all of you, 1329, all of you guys. Indiana Banana had a birthday here last week, I understand. So happy birthday, Indiana Banana. That leg done yet? You done playing with that leg? You get that leg done, Indiana Banana. This is one I've missed, and I apologize greatly about this. I found it. I have so much paperwork at home. I've drowned in it before. Now this is, you can tell what kind of business I am. I'm a carpenter. But generally I have stacks here of paperwork, just trying to get to it all. So I'm just doing my best there, guys. Y'all, hope you're doing well as well. Okay, now this one was a stage 3 melanoma. And I don't know how old this is, and I definitely apologize. This is JG. JG, I apologize on this one. You give me a good case here. This is an excellent case. You know, these cases are sad cases sometimes, and sometimes you'll see me respond emotionally, and you know, I try to be detached, understand karma, and just it is what it is, and now we can come in and we can heal someone like that, or surely attempt it. And so sometimes things have to go through different routes, and sometimes I lose something which I shouldn't have, or it slips under another paper for some reason unbeknownst to me. I kind of let the Supreme Being guide my life because it's wild. But this one, this is a case, this is his name is Norm, and this is a 38-year-old male, obviously. Norm's story is, and I find this person, JG, I find this person in love with the medical community. And what you wrote here, man, this guy loves his medical diagnosis. He loves his medical treatment until he understands that what he's doing is very life-threatening to him up and above the melanoma. This is just, he's narrowing his ability to survive this. His survival rate is getting smaller and smaller and smaller the more radiation and of course they want to start him on chemo, and his attitude is, well, I don't know why, but okay, you know, that sort of attitude. And these kind of people, they don't survive well because the allopathic community just enjoys them to the max. I mean, rips them and tears them, and pretty much can do anything they want, and they have full blessings and take off on them. These people don't survive well under allopathy. Are you kidding? So this is a story where a man, let me see, he has been to receive conventional treatments at the Dana Farber Cancer Institute in Boston. So many of these things. In early September, I was diagnosed with melanoma. He had some PET scans. It spread to the lymph nodes in my right leg. The femoral basin of lymph nodes, and based on the size of the original tumor, which was excised in early September, mitotic rate, ulceration, and spread to lymph nodes, I was given a complete diagnosis of stage 3 cancer. What an intellectual bunch of crap. Well, you know, it's like, come on. You've got a fluid backed up that's breaking down your body, and you've got to understand that, Norm, and understand what cancer is. Highly review this cancer video that we just shot, because the word conventional medicine is disgusting to me. Conventional. Allopathy has always been the alternative approach. It's only in the recent years that they, just like all these other scrupulous people out there, they plan the takeover. And the takeovers of your consciousness, and to control you in the way you think, and to buy into their ridiculousness about this. This guy buys into the idea that cancer cells are going to travel through all the lymph nodes and find another home in another tissue. I want you to think about how ridiculous that is. How a cell can break loose and travel and go through the lymph nodes, many of them, many of them, full of immune cells and bacteria, and go past those guys and find another place to roost and just settle down. Sit on top of another cell, hug another cell? What would you say? I mean, it's just this sort of consciousness is out there, and these, the joke's on them. All I can tell you, this is like many other types of cancer. Melanoma is particularly aggressive. This guy has this on his Facebook or something like this. Like many other types of cancer, it's progressive, blah, 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 blah. It's slightly better than odds chance of recurrence after the tumor has been removed. Well, no kidding. Well, because if you remove a tumor, what did you remove? You removed the effect of the problem. You didn't remove the cause of the problem. You just removed the tumor. That's the effect. You didn't do anything. You didn't do anything to help yourself except remove a tumor. Well, all the tumor is a pocket of fluid. Might have some cancer cells in it. Okay, it's isolated. You're isolated. That's why the body isolates these things. So, he's pretty much historically, however, melanoma has been shown to be better unresponsive to some of the more well-known conventional systemic cancer treatments such as chemo and radiation. From what I gather in my reading and through discussion with medical professionals, oh wow, this is great, surgery is considered the first time line of defense and most effective way to deal with melanoma. Then how come in most surgery cases we follow up with radiation and chemo? If surgery is incomplete and done, good. That's okay with me. I have no complaints with that. I have no complaints with the removal of tumors, absolutely, surgically. As long as you understand what's causing this and you get right on the cause, or you're going to grow another tumor back. And then you've got the damage to the tissues from the surgery that the lymph system has to deal with. This is why tumors always grow back. This is why they use chemo and radiation. Just flatten out the land. It's just like a forest. You want a few trees out of there, just flatten the whole forest. Makes sense. I mean, this is the kind of thing that's out there, and it's ridiculous. Maximally, and this is typical jargon from allopathy. We're going to be typically aggressive in your case. I mean, that right there ought to make you run out the door. But no, oh yeah, let's get aggressive. That's fear talking. That's a lack of knowledge talking. And as long as you fall into that, Norm, or anyone else like that, your life is you're cutting it down more and more and more. And you can't complain when you wake up one day and go, oops. Because most people that do chemo and radiation wake up going, oops. Not the other way around. One day there's going to be a major lawsuit against the allopathic communities, and they're going to have to, in a court of law, all these facts are going to be put up, and they're going to be in serious trouble. There are already now websites with facts that are extensive, and I'm telling you, there's nowhere for them to go. The facts are already laid. They're laying their own nest, their own bed of destruction, and when people wake up, it's all there for everybody to see. No hiding this. So it's a bad thing, and a lot of medical doctors are waking up. Thank you, guys. Come aboard. Let's rock this planet. But as long as you want to deal with people like this, you're one of the people that's doing harm like this for the sake of the good of the whole or something. Let me see. Thus, 6 weeks ago, I underwent a 9-hour surgical procedure. Thus involved the removal of the aforementioned femoral basin of lymph nodes. Good question. Now, what about the cells, Norm, that feed into those lymph nodes, which are nothing but septic tanks? What about all those cells that feed into those lymph nodes? Where their waste going to go now? Yeah, well, you'll be lucky you won't have major lymphedema of that leg. And then now you're in trouble. This is typical stuff, so you have to be real careful. 2 of the 9 lymph nodes in the basin, so they removed at least 9 lymph nodes. They connect to cells, my friend. What do you think? They sit there and do nothing? Sit there like moons in the sky? Yeah, I don't know. Only 2 tested for positive. So what? You had a cancer cell in the lymph node. Where else do you think they are going to go? That's where they're supposed to go, is the lymph nodes, guys. I mean, this is, you see this over and over and over again, and da-da-da-da-da, which cells would be spreading next before potentially metastasizing to organs. Oh my God, so your cells are in your lymph, they're going to go to your organs and going to destroy your organs. I suggest you really review our video on cancer there, Norm. JG, man, I appreciate this one. I just couldn't refuse going over this one because this guy's walking right up and says, have at it, do whatever you want on me. His attitude, I feel it just in his words and the way he wrote that. The poor guy's optimistic that the allopathy has some kind of cure, and I look around and I'm thinking, well, if you look around at your neighbors and everyone else, that's not what you see. You don't see 90% of the people in these procedures walking out free, and you're talking about these entering a trial study for chemo. Oh, that's smart. You know, most of these trial studies, I'm telling you, the ones that I know of, most everyone of them dies. I remember I told you of the 432 patients in a cancer study, and everyone but the one that came here and detoxified himself are all dead. And this guy's alive and well and been that way for 20-some years. There's no cancer left. He got rid of it. He cleaned his lymph system. He got rid of the acids, rebuilt the damaged tissue, and now he can go the rest of his life now because he knows the secret now of why his lymph system got backed up. That's the way to go. Outside of that, these aren't the way to go. So I thank you, JG. But I was reading this, and it was like, hey, here's a classical human that is totally unaware of what he's entering into, and he's entering into it optimistically, which I don't blame him, the poor guy, but it's like, oh man, oh, this is phase 3, will involve receiving interferon, one of the few FDA-approved systemic treatments which has shown some success in improving outcomes for those diagnosed with advanced stage melanoma. Make me want to puke. Cure it the right way and you won't have it anymore. That's all I'm going to say. Don't treat this as cancer. Treat it as what it really is. What's going on with your skin cells? What's going on with your body? So, sorry, JG, my friend. Thanks for the input on this one. Sorry I was so late back with you on this one, but it won't matter. This guy is happy in Joyland right now. He won't be, probably. Hopefully he will. Hopefully. Okay, I'm not going to be negative, but hopefully he will. But not what we see. So I want to go on here and catch up. I was going to come in and go over these, but you know what? I just couldn't. I had 5 days off, and I got so busy. And can you please do a video on acid reflux? Yeah, I think I would like to do a video on acid reflux. I'm going to keep this out, sweetheart. Growing. You keep changing your name. Glowing Ember. I'll do one on the acid reflux because there's at least 3 times of acid reflux that you need to know about. It could be the simple, what would be truly acid reflux would be low bicarbonate in the pancreas and you're not neutralizing hydrochloric acid. If you don't stop an acid, you guys are learning obviously that acids are corrosive, and if you don't neutralize acids after they do the job they're meant to do, and that's if they're designed to do a job. If they're byproducts, they need to get out. But if they're designed to do a job like estrogen or testosterone or aldosterone or hydrochloric acid, well, absolutely. But there's the remedy. There's the neutralizer real close to them.